What's up guys, it's Captain Production 72 and you might be a bit confused what's going on. That's because we're starting a brand new series. So, no, I did not get a new stand for this. This is the one the Indiana Jones minifigures were sitting on. It's just been cleaned and dusted. The minifigures have been removed. See, we're embarking on a project. The Indiana Jones minifigures, I've not done one for, if I was to guess, 4 months. We're very close to ending. The problem I was having was trying to locate some of the figures, trying to buy them off eBay was... Some of those figures don't get listed very often, and it was all the ones from Temple of Doom. So it's not cancelled. It's not going to come back. It's being shelved. And I thought, in its place, just for some content and because it would make a cool display, and it's not something I've seen done. Maybe it has been done. Probably some people have got the full collection. We are embarking, and if you didn't read the title, we are going to get all of the Clone Wars minifigures sorted out on one stand. Possibly 2, I don't know if I can fit them all on the stand. I know I don't have all of them. So some rules, basically these are minifigures according to Brexit, similar how we've done the other series, that are based off the Clone Wars going from 2008 till now. And so you might be wondering, how is this going to work? Well, as much as I'm basically right now I'm doing the collecting every Clone Trooper series. In fact, there'll be an episode of that out on Tuesday. There's so many figures in that, like Commander Wolf, Commander Fox, Phase 2 Captain Rex, figures that I am not going to buy a second of. Some of the figures on that clone stand I have duplicates of because I'm an army builder, will go on in this episode. But figures like Rex and Wolf, say for instance, I'll get all the figures I need on this, and then at the very end in the final, I will take Rex and Wolf from that stand and put them onto this for the final, then move them back. Providing this one gets finished first, which I think is more likely. The best way to explain this is, say I have all the figures and I'm missing Phase 2 Rex. I'm not going to go buy a second one. I will just take him from the Clone Trooper stand and move him to this. That's how I intend on doing this project. So basically, all the Clone Troopers I have duplicates of and all my other Clone Wars minifigures we will try and add in this episode. See how far we get. Kind of in a similar vein, like I said, showed you, I have a guide all kind of laid out on how I want to do this. So I don't really have an estimate on how long this episode will take, what the series will take, but it'll be fun because it accomplishes a few things. One, it'll be a cool display of all the Clone Wars characters. Because Clone Wars is something I have a big love for. Not to mention, I am running out of space. The way my drawers are laid out, the Clone Wars minifigures take up a hell of a lot of space. Most of them are just Clone Troopers. Secondly, or thirdly rather, it's a series idea I've had for a while. Since the Indiana Jones one has kind of hit a brick wall temporarily, I thought, let's use the stand and the space for this. So like I said, a lot of the expensive Clone Troopers I will take from my other stand and add in the final episode. But for now, let's see what we can get. Let's move over to the drawers. So it's a bit of a mess around here. You can see I've been doing some army building. I have the Clone Wars drawer out, so it will mostly pretty much be figures from here. We have some Clone Wars figures on the shelf, which I will take from there. It's only going to be official minifigures, of course, and like I said, I'm not going to show you my every Clone Trooper stand because it will spoil the next episode because I've already added figures to it. But essentially, we'll be going through this and my shelving, picking out the figures we need for the stand. If that means we have to take from here as well, we'll be doing this little project with all the battle pack figures, minusing the 2 Clone Troopers that will be on the stand, then so be it. But this will be like our main source of minifigures from this, as well as, figures on the shelf. For instance, we're going to have to take figures like Grievous, Cad Bane, Ventress, figures like that, Gar Saxon. Up here we'd maybe take a Clone Trooper or 2, or I don't know, we've got the Gunners up there, just things like that is kind of the general idea of it. So what we're going to do is, I'm going to consult my guide and do all that, and in the next part I will show you what I was able to find and get on the stand for this first episode. So I'll see you once that has been completed. Alright, so it took me about 30 minutes to kind of go through everything. Unfortunately, it comes up, basically, we are one figure, do all the gaps, and basically there's one figure who can't fit on this, and it's the new Phase 2 Clone Trooper. I gave it thermal detonator, but basically the way it's going to work is I'm going to have this plate on another shelf with the modern clones, because eventually I'm going to try not to do it now. Technically there's 2 Clone Troopers who can't go on this, 5s as well, but it's just one of those things that's going to be a problem. Like, this stand will have to be extended, to continue being viable. You can see there's a big gap after 2012 to 2020. Again, keep in mind, there's a lot of minifigures that should be here, like Phase 2 Captain Rex, Commander Wolf, Phase 1 Cody's, Commander Fox, who are not here, but we're going to go through every individual minifigure that's here, kind of like what we did at the start of the Clone Trooper series, and I'm going to give you my thoughts about them and maybe say a few things about them. Just kind of things like that. So the first minifigure is a B1 battle droid, surprisingly. So this one is like the one you get in the AAT and the droid. I believe this one exactly is from the droid gunship from 2008. It's got 2 of the bent arms, for holding the control panels. So that's kind of cool. The second minifigure is basically just Clone Wars design Anakin. Back from 2008, he was in the ATTE, the Twilight, his Starfighter, the Clone Turbo Tank, the Malevolence. I have a couple of these actually, so it was a minifigure that wasn't hard to get, because standard Clone Wars. I can't believe this minifigure is 16 years old this year. That is insane. So then we've got another gap, which is where the Magna Guard would be, and then we have Phase 1 Clone Wars era pilot. Got the Clone Wars face, pretty cool, even like the V-19 Torrent, the Republic attack shuttle, the AT-OT with dropship, pretty cool. Got the breathing apparatus on there. Like I said, I wasn't going to not put clones on it, but see, I have a lot of duplicates of the cheaper clone troopers. They've been added, but like I mentioned with things like Phase 2 Captain Rex, he will be added in the final episode so that he can then go put back on his head. I'm not buying 2 of those. Next minifigure is another iconic one from 2008, was in the ATTE, the Twilight, her own Starfighter, the Turbo Tank. This is Ahsoka Tano, the original Clone Wars one. As you can see, the Clone Wars minifigures were stylized, and that's probably one of the cooler features. Really nice looking minifigure indeed. I like that piece, this minifigure is still, it's not like modern. I think now if they were to do Season 1 Ahsoka, they would give her the leg printing and stuff, but fun fact, she shares the same legs as the original Boba Fett. But yeah, pretty cool minifigure. Does not have the back printing, which some people think is weird, and I don't mind it. She goes up there. Our next minifigure is Raw the Hutt, who was in the Twilight and the ATTE. This minifigure's got a bit of value to him, pretty cool. A lot of people look at him and think that it's Slimer from Ghostbusters. Obviously it's not, but pretty cool minifigure. He works really well with the original Jabba the Hutt. He's up there. Eventually there's some figures I will get stands to elevate them and stuff like that. So obviously we're giving a spot, but in that spot there would be Commander Cody, which I do have. And then we have the first, well, not the first villain, but our first proper named villain. We have our Saj Ventress with the skirt piece. This is from the 2008 gunship. She is kind of rare apparently with the skirt. All the eBay listings you'll find with this minifigure, she doesn't have it, but pretty cool. She's got those custom lightsaber hilts especially for her. Really nice minifigure, very nostalgic. She's just up there. We've got another gap. Then we have another one of the main Clone Wars characters, and one of the cheaper ones. We have Obi-Wan Kenobi in his Clone Wars outfit. Really cool looking minifigure. Again, this is like their Season 1 / Clone Wars movie kind of outfit. They've got these outfits kind of to what, the 3rd season is when they changed up their outfits. Season 3 or 4, but really cool looking minifigure, classic. He was in like the ATT, he was in the gunship, he was in the pirate tank as well, and he was in the Mandalorian Starfighter. So I think those are, again, I'm not looking at information in front of me, those are just the ones off the top of my head. Next one's pretty cool. We got Plo Koon. Now, this one is kind of rare because, and in good condition, because those bits on the grey are just printed onto more orange, so they've got a tendency to wear away. So pretty cool minifigure indeed. Just another Jedi to have in the collection. He was in the 2008 gunship and the 2010 version of his Starfighter. Put him back up. We've got another gap. Then we have, which I should be able to fill for the next episode. I just need to find a grey rangefinder. I couldn't find one, but I know I've got them spare, just to put on a random Phase 1 clone. But speaking of the Phase 1 clone, that is the next minifigure. This is the Phase 1 Clone Wars era clone trooper. Pretty cool looking minifigure, very iconic. I have about 43 of these. That's how much I like these. So pretty cool minifigure indeed. Very iconic. We'll put them back up there. Got quite a few gaps to go. Then we have Yoda, which the head on mine keeps coming off before I want to start standing with it. It's not a knockoff, it is real Lego, but the head's just loose. This one was in the AAT, he was in the ATRT set. This is a pretty cool looking Yoda minifigure. Obviously it's stylized to look like the Clone Wars, looks pretty good. We're going to put him back on. Hopefully we don't knock anything, we'll try to do that. There we go. Our next minifigure is Clone Wars style Mace Windu, which is, he was in the attack shuttle and his Starfighter. Pretty cool Mace Windu. I believe they used the torso. It was a reuse on the 2012 version of this from Palpatine's Arrest, but pretty cool minifigure to have. I've knocked over a minifigure. I know that was bound to happen. Our next one is from the Battle Pack and the Venator from 09. It's the Gunner, has that standard Clone Wars face like the rest of them do, or most of them do. They stopped using that face in 2012, I think, or 2014. Pretty cool looking minifigure, something I have quite a few of, but you know, nonetheless, still pretty cool to have. He goes there. Yeah, hopefully I put that back in the right place. Our next minifigure is Count Dooku. So one of my favourite villains. Of course, he's got that. Again, like I've mentioned before, all the minifigures here are the stylized Clone Wars versions, but still pretty cool minifigure. Really do like this one indeed. You know, really cool villain. I hope I'm putting these back in their correct places. I hope I'm not messing this up in any way. I'm probably gonna have to look. Was he here? No. I'm gonna trust my judgment and say that he was there. I hope I'm right on that. I need to start paying better attention. Our next minifigure is a rocket battle droid, and his legs just came. He literally just lifted out of his legs. Sometimes these battle droids have got really loose legs. I do have another one of these I could just swap out for, but these guys are like in the Hyena Droid Bomber, one of the Tri-Fighters. Pretty cool, just a different version of the droid. I remember those guys were in the, was it the Malevolence arc? Our next minifigure is another another droid. And it's the Super Battle Droid with the rocket arm. AAT, he was in, I don't want to say that kind of off the top of my head that he was in. I think you got these as well in the Battle for Geonosis set. Pretty cool, just not much to talk about, just the standard Super Battle Droid with a special arm. Got another Clone Trooper up here, and it's some of these are lifting off with the bricks. And it's the jetpack version of the Phase 1. He was in the Corporate Alliance tank droid. Just another Clone Trooper variant, pretty cool. Our next minifigure is one of those really cool Clone Wars minifigures. Just love the look of this one. And it's from the 2009 Separatist show. It's Anaconda Far. You know, that Rodian Senator. Pretty cool minifigure. You know, I think it's on the episode Bombad Jedi he's in. So, I don't know. I really like this minifigure. Just a different... I mean, you can take the head on this one and use it as a background alien and stuff. So there's a bit of versatility to this minifigure. Actually, put him back up there. Our next minifigure is one of those ones everyone thinks is creepy, which, I mean, I'm not disagreeing. And it's Clone Wars Palpatine, which is pretty cool. For me, this was actually the first, like, prequel era Palpatine I got. In fact, I believe this was the first version of Palpatine from the prequels era, because we didn't get the official Chancellor one movie accurate till 2012. So, yeah, pretty cool. Minifigure indeed got his little cape. He's just one that I enjoy having in the collection, you know, as an original one. Going down, we get some pretty cool and interesting minifigures. Keep in mind, I do have the Captain Rexes, the Commander Cody's and stuff. I've been over that. If you guys want to see the other clones that are missing, that are currently in another project, go watch my Collecting Every Clone Trooper series. In fact, that'll be the next video. Will be another episode of that. Moving on, we got a Senate Commando. Now, you'll notice there's two versions. That's because there's two variants. We've got one that has the Clone Trooper head, which is pretty cool. This is from the 2009 Venator. It's a minifigure I want more of in my clone army, even though technically they're trained civilians, they're listed as clone troopers. Got the Boyle Clone Trooper armor. Just see I've always wanted to do something with Coruscant mock-wise, so I definitely want to get more of these. Pretty cool. Our next two minifigures are some of the coolest Clone Wars characters. We got the Weequay Pirates. We got Turk Falso, which is pretty cool. You know, just a character we'll never get again in LEGO. It's got those kind of classic pistols, got the ponytail going back down the head. This minifigure is pretty cool, but not as cool as the one behind him, or next to him, right? And this is minifigure, be careful because the arms are loose, and this minifigure is known for cracking, and I'm probably going to have to buy another one of these at some point. I'm not looking forward to it. This is Hondo Onaka. You'll notice, for some reason, this arm here is posable, but this other one is very loose. I don't want to fiddle with it too much, as it's that annoying-ass red colour. Definitely going to look to buy another Hondo at some point just to replace this one. He's about £30-40 minifigure, so it's going to be a pain. It's something I'll probably leave to last, but he's got that pirate sword, he's got those nice things on the jacket. This is one of those iconic, he's one of my favourite Clone Wars characters. So happy that he exists in LEGO. It's a shame we never got him based off Rebels or any other media like Galaxy's Edge. Hondo is one of those characters, and even... You know, he's not been in Star Wars content since Rebels is ending, so this would be a cool minifigure if we got a Bad Batch version of Hondo. But he goes behind Grievous, and Grievous does not It doesn't half block the view of Hondo. It's annoying, but he's in there. Then there's a long gap for the rest of the row, and we're back to another version of the Senate Commando. So the version of this, the difference for this version, I'm not sure where the actual set he comes in is, but there was no printing on the face. This is a weird version that LEGO did, but you know, same as the other one more or less. Just gonna put it in there. Our next minifigure is the one that seems to be blocking the view of Hondo, and his arms wanted to fall off there. Brilliant. I am debating displaying him with just 2 arms and putting his other arms somewhere else, like in a for safety, but it's a bit weird the position if I had to put him in, but this is General Grievous. This is his 2010 version, you know, that came in the Starfighters, also in the Malevolence. It's where I got them. I have the Malevolence set, so quite a few characters from that are here. Very, very cool minifigure indeed. Very happy with this one. Moving on, we're going to put him back. Hopefully we don't knock anything around. That's all good. 1 second. Right, rather annoyingly the flash has went out on my phone, but we're going to keep going. Fun fact, I actually cut the camera there because I was talking about the Malevolence, and I noticed this minifigure was not on the stand, the Padme, so I went back and added her to the stand, just to have her on there. Continuing on with the minifigures. Alrighty, we are back and got move her back where she goes. I've put it in the wrong place. But here we are. So we're going to continue on. I let my phone charge because I wanted the flashback just to make the whole video consistent. But here we have Ayla Secura, which is a pretty cool minifigure from the 2010 Turbo Tank. They've only done her twice. The 2017 one from the Fighter Tank is considered a Revenge of the Sith version, but you know, pretty cool minifigure. Definitely, you know, like I said, in the Clone Wars style. Really do like this one. Moving on to drop minifigure there. Well done, me. Moving on to one of my favourite minifigures of all time, also from that set, and from his own speeder, we have the Bounty Hunter Cad Bane. Cad Bane's an amazing minifigure, definitely one of my favourites. One that's gotten a bit expensive over the last couple of years. Got that really cool breathing apparatus and that. This minifigure is just really cool. I would like to see a version where they print the jacket to come all the way down, or even dual mold for his rocket boots. That would be something. Unfortunately, the Todo 360 minifigure from a couple of years ago is not considered Clone Wars, so he will not be in this series. It'd be kind of cool to have him. Mind you, he wouldn't be next to Cad Bane, because Cad Bane's from 2010, Todo 360 is from, you know, 2022, so it wouldn't have worked. Skipping a few gaps, we have a Senate Commando Captain from 2010 from the, the Cad Bane sphere. Clone head underneath. Pretty cool minifigure in the white. The Senate Commandos is probably something I wouldn't mind, you know, building up a little army or squad of, you know, just to have in the clone army. Our next minifigure is a really cool, iconic one from a battle pack from 2011. That's what year we're on so far, and it's the ARF Trooper. Pretty cool. One of the most iconic minifigures is actually based off this, which is the Shadow ARF Trooper, but that's not a Clone Wars minifigure, so it won't be here. But standard Clone Trooper head, looking around, standard clone body. The only really difference is the helmet. Pretty cool minifigure, especially numbers. That one looks really nice. Our next minifigure from the same battle pack is the Horn Company Trooper. Again, standard face, put the helmet back on. Got the green, sand green markings. Definitely one I want more. I've only got 2 of these in my army, so definitely going to try and level up with those. Our next one is a controversial minifigure in a way, because people don't like having huge armies of this minifigure, or huge amounts in an army, because you only really have one appearance in Star Wars, and it's in the Blue Shadow Virus episodes. It's the Bomb Squad Trooper. Again, standard face. You know, clones all have the same face. Pretty cool in orange. I'll admit, as a kid back in 2011 when this came out, I thought that this was a 212 Phase 1. So yeah, I was wrong, but it's a Bomb Squad Trooper. Pretty cool. Got that long sniper. Again, from that battle pack, really nice. So then we have, you know, quite a lot of gaps in our next minifigure which is also from 2011. We have Illuminara Unduli. This was our second version. Her original version is the 2005 Revenge of the Sith one, which is the light up one. Got that kind of those goggles when she's on the speeder bike, because she comes in a set with one, you know, when she's kind of going through that sandstorm. Pretty cool. Got a nice headrest piece, pretty top notch printing, you know, really cool minifigure. I think this minifigure would be passable for today. And you know, this minifigure's from 13 years ago, which, thinking that out loud, makes me feel so old. Then we're skipping to the next row. We have Asajj Ventress. This minifigure is really, really cool. Really do like this one with the kind of same lightsabers as the one before, but this is her based off her. These are like these episodes. She comes in that set with us with Savage Opress. So this is like those episodes where she's trying to get back at Count Dooku and doing all the stuff with the Night Sisters. So that's a pretty top-notch minifigure indeed. We put her down there. I'm gonna have to change the camera angle. I would also, like I said in the last clip, I had to go run and put the Padme on because I realised she was on the list, but I hadn't coded her. So the first Geonosian minifigure of many, which is in the, there's about 3 or 4 different versions, which will eventually be on the stand. I'll take them off. This is the Geonosian. They call them in Geonosian society. These are actually referred to as drones because they don't have the wings, but. This one would have been in the Geonosian Starfighter with Ki-Adi-Mundi and Commander Cody in 2011. Really cool. Got the Sonic Blaster there. I minifigure I've actually got a couple of these lying around. Would not mind a little army of these, to be honest. But I need to get the ones with the wings, and they're in the 2012 Geonosian canon. Which, I've knocked over Illuminara. I'm going to fix her right now. Yeah, it's not went well there. So our next minifigure, we are jumping all the way down to the next row because there's a big gap. We're on 2012. Very nostalgic year for Lego Star Wars. We have this is the Rancor Battalion ARF or ARF Trooper. Really cool looking minifigure. I've got about 4 of these. Definitely one I would like more of in my army. Again, standard Clone Trooper face. Really cool minifigure from the Elite Clone Troopers versus Droideca's Battle Pack, I think is the name of the set. But really cool minifigure with those red arms. Like I said, it's an even cooler version of the ARF Trooper that came the year before. Moving down to the next row, we have Padme, which, pretty cool. I like the fact that we got a Clone Wars Padme. This is from the Malevolence set, so it's the clothing from the Malevolence episode. In fact, we actually got this exact minifigure updated at the end of last year, so she'll eventually appear in this series. Definitely a cool minifigure overall. Really do like the look of it. Yeah, it's a bit of a classic, very nostalgic figure. So then we're skipping 2014 and so on and so on because 2013 and 14 because I don't have any of the Clone Wars figures. Well, I do, but they're just like, I have the Phase 2 Rex, I have the 212 Troopers, I have all that stuff, but they're just, I don't have them to put on the stand right now because they're in another project, and like I said, they will appear in the final episode unless I buy more duplicates as part of my army building. But we're jumping into the modern era of Lego clones. Starting with, we have the standard 501st Trooper. This is a 4-year-old minifigure now, that's crazy, but it's a minifigure you guys have all seen. Same deal with the kind of standard 501st one. I have got dropping things today seems to be my thing, but I've got quite a lot of these in my army. I've got about 30 or something of these, so pretty cool minifigure. Next one we have is Ahsoka Tano in her season 7 updated outfit. See, it's kind of weird to look at these and think these are Clone Wars minifigures. I'm still getting used to the idea that there was a season 7 because there wasn't any Clone Wars content for years. So you got all the classic era Clone Wars stuff and the new stuff. It's pretty nuts. Put her down there. I'm missing the 212, no, the 332nd Trooper that should be there. So yeah, our next one is, and of course he has to come off the stand. We have Darth Maul, which is a pretty cool version of that minifigure. Of course, like Ahsoka, based on season 7. And a lightsaber that seems to be very obstructive when it comes to putting him back where he goes. The lightsaber was a very annoying part of trying to display them all, but there we go, we've got him in. Our next minifigure is one that's become quite expensive recently. It's Gar Saxon, pretty cool minifigure. This minifigure is just amazing, really do love that one. I'm happy I got it in the set before he became, because I think he now sells for more than what the set retailed. Another cool minifigure, which I actually thought I'd lost the rangefinder for, which was bent down. This is Bo-Katan. I'm choosing the display with the helmet. I just don't like her with the hair. Plus, you primarily see Bo-Katan with the helmet. See, this is a figure I'm happy we got because we never got her in any of the original run of the sets that came out with the original run of Clone Wars. So pretty happy that we did get her. It would have been interesting though to see her with the stylized Clone Wars stylized outfits. Now they're just doing realistic style figures. They're not doing the unique look that they had. Our next minifigure is a Mandalorian Loyalist, which is a remake of a minifigure from 2011, which was one of my favourite figures as a kid, which will be one I'll be happy to rebuy for this. I will reiterate, the only figures I have in my collection that are not on this are just Clone Troopers. There's no, like, it's not like I have any of the normal Clone Wars figures that aren't on here. They are all here, the ones that I do have. Our next minifigure is a updated Clone Wars Mace Windu, and I love the arms on this. See, if we get an updated Anakin or Obi-Wan in Clone Wars, we need the one with the little kind of com panel with the clone armor. This is a very cool representation of Mace Windu, especially like the early seasons of Clone Wars. I love this because in Season 7 he doesn't have any of this on his hands, he just has the standard Jedi robe, so this is one that's based on, you know, pre-update outfits, so that's pretty cool. Next to him we have the 187th Airborne, which is a pretty cool minifigure. I really do like this one. It's one I have two of. It's something I would like more of. And of course, next to that we have the 187th Clone Trooper itself. Again, something I was planning to army build, but here in the UK we get the magazines, and this minifigure has not appeared in it, surprisingly, which is what my plan was, to try and army build those. Moving into last year's, so 2023, we have the 501st Officer with the controversial kind of rangefinder stuff. I don't even want to talk about that because it's people just get mad in the comments, but it's an alright minifigure. I have quite a few of these. I only bought 4 of those battle packs. Next up, we have the 501st Heavy Trooper, which is a figure I was really happy to get. You know, we've got the Battlefront classes in Lego. That was something cool. Just trying not to waste too much more time here. We have the 501st Sniper, which, again, pretty cool minifigure. Very happy to have this one. You know, it's a different version, and you know, it uses the helmet holes well. Moving on to kind of the final stretch of clones, we have and some of them are taking up the plate with them. Makes it easier to put them back in, but this is the 332nd Jet Trooper from the battle pack, and same torso and head as the normal one. It just literally has a jetpack. And of course, this is the one with the helmet holes. Moving on, we have Captain Vong, pretty cool. Not too bad a minifigure. People will just complain regardless, but I like it. Yeah, he wasn't a battle pack, which was kind of annoying. Also, final figure I have from that battle pack, and it's the standard version, you know, Vong Blaster. Again, helmet holes, not Lego's best decision, but I don't hate on them. Like, I'm not like some people who are refusing to buy the battle packs for them. I still went and built up my army. And the final minifigure that's on the stand, because we have one figure who can't fit because of the placement, and this is the final one on the stand, is the Shock Trooper from last year. It's also in the battle pack from this year, so it's a figure I've got quite a few of. Pretty cool minifigure indeed. Really do love this one. I was happy to get an updated version of it. And yeah, I do have the 2014 one. It's just on the every Clone Trooper stand at the moment. But yeah, and so there's one minifigure, and I've come up with a system for these. I don't plan on making this stand bigger until after I've moved out, because then I'll buy the parts to extend it, and I'll get another green base plate and make it longer. So, but the one minifigure that we don't have on this is this guy over here. This is the Phase 2 Clone Trooper from this year. He just would be here if he was on the stand, which isn't going to work, and I can't widen the stand because of where I've got the split. That's only the reason I've not done it. But so this is a pretty cool and ambitious project. Like I said, I do have more Clone Wars figures. They just can't go on the stand right now. But this is a really cool idea for a project. Plus, it'll be nice to see them all together. Clone Wars is something we don't really get that much stuff on, but see, 2008 till 2014, most of the wave of those years was Clone Wars. We've got some really cool and iconic minifigures, and I like every Clone Trooper stand, the only really difference is the colours that are printed on it, the white clones. But this, I mean, you've got Grievous, Hondo, you've got Palpatine, Cad Bane, Windu. It's got that. This is honestly one of my favourite minifigures just because it stands out. Anaconda Farm, we've got Rot the Hutt, Ventress, Gar Saxon, Senate Commando. So this is pretty cool and a really unique project. Let's put it where I'm going to be keeping it. In fact, no, I won't, because it might end up accidentally showing you that every Clone Trooper stand. But I need to edit all this video together because it's been 3 different clips, but Flash has run out again. But when's the next episode going to be? Hopefully within a couple of weeks. I'm going to try and order if I want some Magna Guards and stuff for some other projects. So thank you very much for watching. See you guys in a couple of days for every Clone Trooper.